So we'll just go in chronological order from pizza time 17 to 18 to see if there's any changes as well and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so first of all, what are the kind of it's mostly for Sheik. So what's your kind of what tools and things are you aware of when you go into, when you're playing into Sheik?
Um, so like in neutral, it's like uh, I mean, down tilt is like the most like basic like default option. And then like you have like nair to get around like dash attacks and
Hmm.
like boost grabs, and like short hop fair is kind of similar, like short hop fastball fair. Um, overshoot like a early grab is kind of nice for like overshoot grabs. I don't think Bill. I feel like Bill jumps around a lot.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, say that again. Sorry. Overshoot grabs was it?
no, like an early grab when they try to overshoot grab.
Early grab on overshoot. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. For needles, like just run up and shield, and like if they jump with it, you can like if you're quick enough, you can run under and like get an aerial or like an F smash or something. Uh, hmm. One thing I really don't get is like I don't know. You hear it a lot when people are like, "Oh, just like don't approach,"
Mm.
but like it doesn't make sense to me when they're like, "Oh, just don't approach." So like what? Like you just sit in the corner and like Sheik is like she just charges needles and then she hits you with them and like what do you gain? You're still in the corner, like you get fucked if she does anything else. It doesn't make sense to me.
True. Most of the time with that sort of game plan, you're basically relying on Sheik's impatience because depending on the player, most time you're going to take at least maybe a stack, maybe a little bit more of needles you have to deal with before they approach you. But usually the plan with just trying to camp them out is to wait until they get impatient and just run into you. That's basically the plan, and then just try
Mm.
and take as little needle damage as you can until then. But Sheik should be just hard camping you if you try and do it and just forcing needles instead of approaching. But most Sheiks will generally get impatient and approach. That's just a general player thing though, when they
And
should
even then,
camp.
like, it's like, okay, if you can wall her out in the corner, I still don't get, like, what do you even gain? Like, you get, like, I don't know, maybe, like, an up tilt at best, and, like, but like if she wins neutral, like she gets the read and she grabs you, and like now you're super fucked because she's like grabbed you and you're in the corner. I don't know. That's something that I've been hung up on.
The thing is that getting grabbed in the corner isn't actually as bad as you think it is. Because what does Sheik really do? She up tilt fairs, maybe gets a few arrows into a fair, and then you play some edge guard thing, or you maybe get a ledge. You don't actually take too much from it most of the time if you get grabbed in corner. I think kind of getting grabbed in center is sometimes worse because there's more room for them to chain grab, and then even if you do correct DI on to get up tilted, and then do good SDI or whatever on it, they can still follow up with it and get a fair and then get another regrab and just rack up damage super fast.
Mm.
If they grab you by corner, they're forced to get rid of you sooner, but you do have to play the recovery mix up, which is very annoying. The main reason why Marth wants to just ideally play defensive in corner is because Marth sucks at approaching. Marth is pretty fucking awful at it, and especially into Sheik, who can just run up into his in between his tipper and his actual body and crouch to get a weak hit and then CC it, she can just punish the fuck out of Marth if Marth is ever impatient or if she just gets a good timing read. So Marth generally doesn't want to try and approach, so he wants to always play defensive most of the time because the defense is where Moth is best at. So a lot of the times you'll see that Moth just play it slower and then just try and wait for Sheiks to go for an aggressive like overshoot, boost grab or dash attack to throw themselves in corner, or to like panic and do some aerial and then to catch him for it. That's generally what Marth likes to do, but the problem is they can just not approach. And
Mm.
also you are putting yourself into corner, which is a dangerous spot. So it's kind of it's a game plan you can try, but it's not super great, especially since Sheik is very good at keeping Marth in the corner. She
Yeah.
has with tilts, aerials in place and drifting in, dash attack. They have all kinds of tools to just keep doing corner. But corner is you can play around it quite well. I want to expand a little bit on the neutral tools. On the down tilts, is there anything specific with down tilts that you think of when you're going into Sheik? Because there's only because like with down tilts in the aerials, there's only certain types you can get away with, which I think is very important
Uh,
to define.
I don't know. I'm not really sure where you're going with this.
Okay, so like for down tilt example, you never want it. You don't want to never tipper, or
You
you
don't
always want
want to
tipper.
tipper?
You always want
Oh,
tipper
okay. Right, okay.
because if you don't tipper, she CCs, she CCs, and then grabs you for it. Even again,
Okay.
and it's not even that like it can be difficult for Sheik to do, but most Sheiks are very practiced against it.
I'm seeing the kind of thing where like they dash attack in and like you down tilt, but they were holding down and then
Yeah,
like
and then they boost grab you for it, or
yeah,
they'll just grab
something
you
like
out of
that.
it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have stuff like that where you can do it where you get CC'd while they're doing a move or whatever. There's so much she can do to just grab you for it, or she can just run into you and just hold down and get right in
Yeah.
front of your face, and then if you don't grab her, you get CC'd. Same thing with the fair and Nair. Fair specifically, or like fair specifically, I think should be. I just said it should be the fast four fair. It should be fast forward late fair and then dash
Mm.
back, and then you want to tipper it and dash back ideally,
Ah.
because
Hmm.
if you don't tipper, she can just run up and CC and grab you out of it, and you want to dash back because a lot of the time, like, what are you doing? What if if she does CC a tipper? What are you doing out of your fair, which can beat her before she can get to you? You can't grab her first; she'll grab you before. You can't jump again because she'll grab you. She could run up tail as well. So to be safest, you always want to do to be fair, and then do like a dash back or a dash through, depending on what you're reading. And
Right now, you're making these moves sound like absolute shit.
oh no,
I'm
they
thinking
are.
now, why would I ever use these?
The problem is that this matchup is stupid hard. You have to be hyper specific with what you do. Your spacing is stupid important in this matchup because
Mm.
CC is so abusable for Sheik and to
She moves
stupid
like
hypersense.
she just goes so fast though. Like when she like dash attacks or when she boost grabs,
Yep.
like she's on one side of the stage and then she's in your face.
Yeah, she gets there really fast. So a lot of the times you kind of have to semi-read what she's doing or pick some like medium coverage option.
Mm.
Also, after detail, I kind of like dashing back. You don't have to, but I think it makes detail a bit safer.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, and also like if you condition Sheik to do that, to like if you keep dashing back out of stuff like that, Sheik will eventually try and start to overshoot on it, and that's when you can get away with being a bit more aggressive and like doing tipper down tilt and then doing jump back and watch Sheik dash attack onto you or something like that. And then
Yeah.
with fair and nair both, I think generally you should never really be approaching with them. They're always in place or drifting back because if you drift in, you're fucking yourself a lot of the time because you don't because you're committing into the Sheik's range, which means that they can run into you and more likely to get around Tipper, and also it's just you have less moving room. Like when you do it in place, you can drift back a little bit further back if you notice that they're like running up into you, and you can do it late. There's a lot more options if you do it in place or drifting back. Dare is also quite useful for specifically for CC and Marine CC. So if you see like if Sheiks do a lot of run up CC, you can do a jump, and where they expect it, because they're doing run up CC because they're expecting you to like fair, right? So
Uh-huh.
you do jump and then you do a late down air, and that gives you a free grab.
If you tip her, I'm assuming you're trying to tip it. I
Uh,
guess you have to tip it to
yeah,
get the spike.
yes, but also, if I should hit, the spike is stupid easy to hit on
Yeah.
landing, because it's just basically that entire front of you. So
It has.
if
I know the spike has priority. Like
yeah, yeah, so you're gonna get spike pretty much all the time that you end up going for that down air, unless you're like basically like landing inside them like that. If you're anywhere, if she's anywhere in front of you, you will get tipper. It's a really nice mixture to throw in there.
okay.
And then also grab and neutral, I think needs is something you have to abuse because your punish game is entirely based off grab against Sheik. You don't really have any good combo starters on the ground most of the time. So so abusing run up grab.
What do you do out of a grab? Like you up throw, up tilt, up air, off air. Like there's
Yeah,
nowhere else I can go with that, is there?
uh, not really. You just like 22 to 30. You do up tilt. And then you either go for fair or up tilt, fair or up air, depending on where they go afterwards. And then you want to try and either link it into an S smash, link it into an air, or keep juggling for ages. That's generally the kind of punish tree you're going to use. It just up throw, 20 to 30 is
So
up
you're
tilt.
going straight for like an S smash after a forward air, possibly.
Not really. You can sometimes. It really just depends on the DI. Because you
Yeah.
can mix their DI up with up tilt and fair. So if they read a fair and you up air, you give a better DI because they're gonna go like that way, and then you can jump and then fair down air them, or you can just straight down air them sometimes. Like the up air and fair can be good DI mix-ups, and if they DI like the fair good, then you can just early air smash. Um, nah, try and go into a juggle. A smash or a nair. Nair's thing I've been trying to put in more as well because it generally you get into nicer spot like you get into a spot where you can't really dare or upbeat them or you won't get any like you won't get them far away enough from it for it to be like worth doing. Like they're gonna land on stage, they're not gonna go that far off the upbeat or whatever. So Nair is a good coverage option.
Yeah.
Um, you can also do it's quite hard to do, but you can do tech chasing sort of. It's not true, but you can do 2 out of 3 coverage. But it is also
Yeah.
it's sort of quite hard because Cheek's animations are very similar. I kind of like to
It's
do it at like 0 and stuff like that. I'll go for like 0 to like 20 or something. I'll go for like down throw at 0 to like 9 because she just goes into tech, and then I'll read tech in place or and then react to roll in and then just give up tech away. Most of the time I'll do stuff like that.
mm,
And sometimes F throw and then F throw jump down air on tech and play speed, but generally you want to kind of stick to up throw. So let's go through
mm,
the set.
okay.
I like the start FOD.
Yeah.
Most masks, I think, probably still start Battlefield for some reason. Uh, okay.
That was a bit of a weird interaction.
To be honest, it like I like the way the start was. What you were planning to go with the start. You were going on like I imagine you are reading sharp needles or some sort of charge at the start. So you go for it. He goes to follow up and catch
Uh,
you,
I,
and then you
I
have
don't
this
know what
weird.
I was thinking because this was like 5 weeks ago now. something like that.
All right. Okay, that's good. Keeping these two affairs. Um,
Ah, that always fucks me up on the ledge. When they're like down tilting and like F tilting at the ledge, because like they know like I can't ledge dash.
yeah. What
Like
you
so hard to play around.
it's actually no, because what you already found the answer. It's that side was true. What was it?
I think that
That
time
fair.
I dropped shield or something. Like I got up and then I dropped shield and got hit.
Like that fair is kind of what you want to do. You want to do it a little bit differently, but this sort of uh she can't punish like tip of fair fast wall up B
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
because even if she like say for example she's where she is like here and she tries to dash back, she can't. How is she gonna punish this when you're all the way down here? If she can't exactly do really like a run up. She can't. Well, she can run up down tilt if you do like the one that drops you, but if you do ones where you like re-grab ledge fair, like those ones,
I feel pretty safe regabbing there. It's just like when you're trying to get off and like they spam like every Sheik spams tilts at the ledge there
yeah.
because they know like
But they sit like here, right where the Sheik is, and then you can catch them with either that fair, or most of the time they'll actually stand closer because they want to like down tilt you while you're grabbing ledge, right?
yeah.
So if they're in that range, you can hit that tip of fair, and you're drifting it back a little bit, so they can't punish you out of CC.
Okay, and then they're further away and then they're doing the
You
further away down to it so you can just about land on stage.
Yeah, you can either do weight dash down, you can do a like a far fair, or something I kind of like to do is neutral bait
Oh
sometimes
yeah. You do
because
that where you do that where you re the ledge straight
no no no
after.
to do it where
Oh,
you grab ledge it's stupid hard. It's not worth it. But
it's kind of cool
it is
though.
kind of cool, but you're not grabbing ledge with it. I can't. But neutral B goes a bit further than fair. So if they're trying to read a fair and standing a bit further back because of it, they're likely to get hit by the tipper by the neutral B, and then they can't usually punish you in time.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
generally, just what I like to do is I just hold ledge and I just keep spamming those tipper fairs and re-grabbing ledge until she basically stands at roll distance and is like, okay, I give up this place and I'll just cover you when you get onto stage. And then I figure out what my option is from there. So I'm surprised. I don't know. I assume the down tilt. I
I either
assume
go
you were just
shield
reading
poke
something.
or oh wait, yeah, I feel like I either go shield poked or like jumped out of shield or something. I don't know. It'd be nice to have the replays, but they've not been uploaded. uh,
This snare I don't like. This is what I was thinking about the approaching like aerials into Sheik is that they get so hard punished by like good spacing or just shield or anything. I think in this
mm,
like spot specifically, you're right here, Sheik's here. You can do a few things. You can do walk up to like here and try and tip it down tilt her while she's standing here. If she goes for jump, she's gonna have to do some like drift in stuff and she might not even catch you if you like space it properly. And she probably doesn't want to even do a drift in aerial here. So she's gonna probably do an area in place. So either walking up and down tilting or walking up and then jump airing in place without drifting, I think is pretty good here. The platform does put you in a very bad position though, because
mm,
you can't really get in there you want because you might get cancelled on this platform.
mm,
So I would probably say to go for like the walk up down tilt, or you can just like dash dance a bit in the corner and then try and look for a grab. You can't. No, you can't do that. So never mind.
mm.
Mm, yeah, this is about like the misspace dances where she can just like punish him so hard. A lot of sheiks will go for stuff like that. and which is why I think grab like is one of the reasons grab is so good because that is the only option that Marth has in front of him that's not CCable or shieldable, and it
Mm,
has pretty good range. So you could just like run up grab this here, reading like both a dash in and like CC or shield, a dash attack or a boost grab. You can like cover all three of them by just doing a run up grab here, or you can
okay.
do uh like run forward, shield stop nair in place. Because then if she goes for the shield here, you can drift back and she can't grab you. If she does go for the dash attack or the boost grab, you can still hit with Nair. And if she just goes here and then jumps, or if she runs here and then jumps into you, you catch her with Nair as well. Nair in place is really good at catching jumpy Sheiks. And if you do them in place, you can keep yourself safe from like Sheiks running around on the ground a lot of the time.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know why you crouched there. I'm confused about the crouch. Because she's on top platform.
Ah, it kind of worked. I mean,
But what does
it
the
went for
crouch
the
achieve?
fair and just like whiffed it. I don't know.
Yeah, she might have worth it just standing, but like the problem with crouching here is that you limit yourself so much because trying to dash out a crouch is so stupid that if you want to escape out of here, you can't by dashing, so you have to wait dash a lot of the time. Um, which it takes a lot longer and is also more prone to being attacked. I would generally first just stand here and then just start like react to them coming down with up tilts, try and call them out with the full hop aerial, or just get away from right below them and like get to a side platform or something.
Okay.
I think the CC just limits you so much and like you don't get any reward off it. That fair is good.
Ah,
Yeah, that you could have down tilted right there, but you probably just didn't see your opening right there, and then you realize after and try to go for it again, and you still way dash back. A
mm,
lot of a lot of Sheiks, a lot of thing into Sheik, I think, is kind of semi-reading what they're gonna do. Like example reading that down to all Sheiks do. Like Sheik wants to keep you in corner, so they're not gonna try and overcommit to running into corner here most of the time. They're gonna like go for like aerial dash back, aerial way dash back, stuff like that. So you can just read it and overcommit. Or like
okay.
reading they're gonna do some run up tilt or something and they're running into them and CCing them instead.
Yeah.
I think you play this like all really well here. You get the good stall, and then you keep it ambiguous. You use platforms to mix up, lower dash back.
Hmm.
But now I think here you're like you feel uncomfortable immediately. Like once you've run out of invincibility, you're like, okay, now I can get my opening once it's like run out. So
Mm,
you put yourself in corner because you're like, shit, wait, I fucked up here by getting myself in the shield position. A roll away. You get yourself in corner and you're like, okay, I need to approach now because I need to get damage on when you don't have to do anything. Like, remember, Martha's good on the defense, and Sheik's desperate to kill you at this point. You're at 100. One fair or one
mm,
area is going to kill most likely. So Sheik is gonna generally gonna start to get really jumpy around about now and like fishing for anything that can kill. So just like standing in corner here, dash dancing around, spamming aerials and placing down tilts becomes a lot more valuable because you can rack up percent that way. Like
I
if you
kind I kind of get where like I kind of see now like Bill doesn't like drift into the corner. Like he's
no
just
no
jumping around center stage, waiting for me to like do something.
yeah like because Bill knows it that you've been done a pretty. Cheek doesn't want to be on ledge as much as Marth has a hard time kind of contesting on ledge. Marth has that an advantage when he just has center. So Bill doesn't want to give that up as much as he can, so he's gonna try and just wall you out and keep center as much as possible, which is why like you can abuse corner a lot more, I think. Like if you were to uh like run up here, again do like a shield stop and then nair in place, or like jump forward, do like a late fair and then dash around here. you can cover Bill kind of jumping and getting a bit aggressive. Or not getting a bit aggressive, but like playing kind of defensive because he's not dash attacking or boost grabbing. He hasn't shown he's going to do any of that yet. So
Mm.
all he's doing is kind of jumping and throwing out stuff in place. So you don't have to worry about CC too much. So you can kind of get away with just like going for just like down tilting, doing some approaching aerials and then dashing back, keep yourself safe, or even just doing a fucking like running with dash smash, or just running grab or something. Because you can just read that Bill is trying to be defensive. Like he's doing it again right here. I think both times here, like,
Like full hop aerial tilt, full hop aerial tilt.
yep, full up, full up aerial tilt, full up aerial tilt. He's doing the
Tilt
same thing.
jab. Tilt jab.
But one thing that you haven't realized at this point is that you don't have to punish. Like you can punish Sheik for the being in the air here, but what do you get? She's at zero. If she get an up tilt or an aerial hit, you don't really get anything. So since you don't get anything, looking for a hit isn't as good. So I think it's better to run in here and just take sensor and keep yourself dashing around here and look for a grab.
Mm,
Because like the one thing Bill doesn't want right now, and like the reason you're not getting anything out of this corner, because you're just constantly looking to a way to contest his full hops. When realistically you don't really need to fully contest him right now. You can just take center, look for grab or up tilt. If like way dash in up tilt would actually be super good here because you catch him jumping, and at this 80% you can still sometimes combo a few up tilts into each other. But if you run to center, you can threaten so much. You can threaten nair in place or an aerial in place. You can threaten grab. You can threaten up tilt. You can threaten F smash. There's so much you can do, and that's why Bill is like panicking immediately as soon as he gets down. He's like, oh shit, you've got center now. So he's throwing out hitboxes to immediately force you out. And because you're rolling a lot, you're kind of giving him the space that he wants. You could get away with doing more with dash out of shield here. I think with dashing out of shield is like for some of them you have to kind of roll like
dashing out of shield or wave dashing out of shield?
with dashing out of shield. But
Like,
yeah, like the
okay.
way dash here you did was really good because if you had done what you kind of have been doing beforehand against all of his tilts, which is rolling, you would have put yourself in corner and lag, and he could have ran to here at least and taken this space, and then you're back in corner immediately, and you probably want to retreat because you don't want to contest here.
Okay.
So
I mean, like wave dash, but like don't shield afterwards. Just play neutral.
yeah, I mean like the shield here, like you lose a few frames, but generally it's not that bad. But the way dashing out is good because you keep yourself actionable sooner, and also you don't lose as much space. But because you start panicking, you really put yourself in corner when you're the one who's
Mm.
like in a strong position here because he's still panicking. Even though you're down in percent, momentum wise, he's panicking out of his mind here because he just wants you dead. And that's why you like get this S smash because you notice that he's just jumping around stuff and you finally like take center and force one the mix up on him. It's a
Okay.
good. Yeah, this is just the chase stuff I was talking about.
Mm.
That's just unfortunate.
I hate the plat. This stage is okay, but I hate the fucking platforms. They're so. In this single matchup, they're so annoying when they start up tilting.
The platforms are really annoying to do. As with up tilt, it's like where is it? I need to find things. So I guess the up tilt.
Probably slide offs maybe if you're cracked.
It's
I
actually
don't know.
yeah.
I'm not very good at slide offs.
No, the problem is it hits slide off because she like arcs her foot upwards and then kicks it around the other way, or like arcs her foot upwards and kicks it around this way. If she up tilts facing to the right here, she covers slide off to the right. It's disgusting.
Okay. I
Uh,
mean, what do you do then?
I can't
Because
lie. I do.
this happens like every FOD game. This happens at
Yeah,
least once, I swear.
you kind of have to just jump out of it. If you can, you should be able to buffer jump out of shield actually.
I
Or
guess if you just like mash jump,
yeah,
hopefully you get it as early as possible, and as early as possible is like the best timing for it, really.
yeah. The only problem with mashing jumps specifically is that you can sometimes you can like get immediate double jump and sometimes caught for it. Sometimes, a lot
Yeah,
of times, to be honest, I'll do the
just
spot dodge.
tap jump.
I'll do the same thing you kind of do. I'll just end up getting caught by the up tilt and just have to accept it. Really, I'm not. I don't know what you can really do out of it.
I
Um,
hate that. Bill's been doing these back airs. He goes so fast, eh? And I'm like, I didn't know you could go that far.
oh no, she can go further than this.
That's
She could be
yeah, no,
here.
he goes further than that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
how? Why are you able to do this?
she's able to do some nasty stuff with it.
Most sheiks don't go like, they don't go very far out to back air. But
Yeah, it's
Bill like, ugh.
the thing is
There's
that
no like,
this is a
I
read.
can't tell if there's like any mix up or anything.
Against this one, it is a 50-50 most of the time with uh Sheik going out. It'll either be Sheik will jump high like this and threaten long, but she'll be pretty high while you're here, and you have to kind of fast fall under her and try and either snap ledge before her or um up here and hit her out of her hitbox. Or
Mm,
she can jump and go low, in which case you have to double jump, either air dodge over, up B, or just snag ledge from her. It's a really nasty 50-50 you have to play all the time.
I hope we get to see him do it from the ledge, because normally he does it from the ledge. Oh, that was fucked up.
That's actually
Yeah.
tragic. You don't up tilt, I notice. Like,
Mm,
in general, where she and it's something I've been trying to do a lot recently. It's actually super fucking good neutral because it catches jump so well. And also, look at the percent Bill's at 34. That's prime juggle percent. If you turn around up tilt this, Sheik's getting caught. He's getting sent to like here or here. You double jump up, you like full hop up there, and you can get a combo off it immediately.
okay.
Like even if you get tip of fair here, she's at kind of an awkward position where you can only really get like maybe a nair afterwards, maybe like double up air. It's not great to go for like a fair here. I think up tilt on air is kind of better,
Mm,
and that's
yeah.
just unfucking lucky. Uh, where's the next one? Target two. Why Yoshi's? I
Um,
assume you banned FD, right?
uh, no, this is a best of five, this one, so,
Oh yeah, okay, so why Yoshi's then?
'cause she dies early. It's like, it's like, if you just get like a S smash, she like dies so early, and like, it's harder for her to recover like onto a platform because they're lower. Like FD, like, mm,
Sheik's punish is better on FD and Muck. Oh,
yeah,
it's technically is in theory better on FD. In practice, it's generally better on Yoshi's, but
really?
uh, its
I think
platforms make
it's
it easier for Sheiks to punish. But the really good
right.
Sheiks have really good FD punish, so FD's better. But
Okay.
for me, I love PS. I think PS is super good because it's FD with tipper platforms, so you can juggle on just F smasher. It means you can do back throw F smash or just get around platform and juggle around it. It means you can escape the platform from her grabs, and also it's a smaller stage, so she's gonna die easier. I think PS is really really good because like as much as I do like Yoshi's, you don't get much space to really play around with. To space properly, and she could just start scrapping with you and being super aggressive, but she generally is much better at that math. A lot of the
Alright.
times against Sheik, you're playing just a lot of neutral until you kind of like see some sort of read or opening that you can try and go for in Sheik, but you don't really get that time to play the mix up much on Yoshi's. It's just hard aggression.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, hmm. I'm surprised you way dash back after this. This thing that um I've been like doing against Sheik more is you start on platform and you just run down and you immediately jump fair them if you expect needles. Because if she short hops or whatever, you land before her and get the percent, and you're also right under her on side platform, which is a better position for you. And if she does like charge needles in place, you're likely to hit her. And if she just run off fair, like a lot of time, you can just like sometimes hit her before it.
Mm, so you're running off the platform to the ground?
Yeah, and then dash and then running off platform, and then where you just
I
like
mean, that's what I did, right? And then I
no
got
no
hit
you
by
didn't dash
needles.
forward.
Okay, what did I do?
Oh you
I
at first you
dashed.
dash back, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
That
right.
wasted some time. Plus, I don't think you dash forward here. I think you just landed and just stood in place, or we're gonna
Yeah.
dash back or something. You have to be like immediately aggressive on it, because you have to do it fast before she can get the needles out. Like the we dash down tilt. Again, you're not looking for Sheik's landings, which is like Bill is jumping around a lot, and that's why you're like I think so comfortable running up here, because you've seen he's jumping around a lot. You know he's probably gonna go for a tilt or whatever, or a dash back. So you're trying to call it out more here. Like this down tilt, although it was really misspaced, it was like a read on the way dash back, right?
I don't know.
Mm. At least looks like it. And but like when she does that full hop, she's at 17. So this is like prime grab percent. You want to try and start looking for going for some up throw stuff and then playing a 50-50 on jump. Because even
Hmm.
earlier than 22, you can play 50-50 with up tilt where if they don't buffer jump, they get up tilted. If they do buffer jump, you can read and just full hop up air them. I
Yeah.
think it's a worthwhile trade read to go for, because like either you go and do the up tilt, she double jumps away, you lose nothing, or you hit the up tilt, start a combo earlier, or if you do the read, you catch her without double jumping, can start juggling her and comboing her. But the downside is if she just immediately falls, you get aerialed out of it. So you could just like you don't really like do too much run up grab against Sheik. I don't think like a lot of your grabs tend to be overshoots. Like you're reading dash back here, you're reading
Yeah.
like a way dash back to ledge when the opportunity was like right here to just like run up and grab her when she landed, or like do run up CC if you know she's gonna come
I mean,
down with aerial.
I see seated, yeah. Like, I could have just grabbed it as soon as I got
Yeah,
CC'd.
it's the dance is always way easier because you're already in the position, and I it's a habit I've got as well. But yeah, you should be trying to learn to just grab a lot more at CC at the very early percents
Hmm.
because you get so much more of it.
Ugh,
I feel like a lot of your down tilts are kind of like
shit.
I
I think most of them have been like
there's
not tipping.
like a lot of times it feels like you just down tilt out of just reading they're gonna somehow be in some spot. It doesn't look like you're really reacting to what's going on a lot of the time. Like if you
No.
like, because this down tilt, I assume is you've thought you've missed fair. You're doing down tilt because they're probably landing here to try and catch them already. And
Yeah.
and then any other time you're doing down tilt, it's like on overshoots or whatever. You're never like down tilting really in place to cover where you are or reacting to where she kind of is. Because as soon as you see this fair hit, you know that's like you should be like shut hop up airing that immediately, because that's a juicy combo starter you've got right here that you can just start juggling off of immediately. You get the
Yeah.
grab, which is
I,
good. You miss the
I don't know why
reaction,
it never down tilt there. I don't know.
which,
Uh, that one we was just talking about. It just seems totally random.
yeah, it's just like you're panicking a lot, which is like the big thing that she just prey on a lot of the time. You get the
Mm,
ledge, it's nice. this whole sequence I like. You played it well. You got to corner. You went on did shield, which covered like she doing some aerial on you or whatever. Um, it was all fine. The only thing is that again you're not taking free grabs when you have them, which like you could end this here with S smash and get another 15%, or you could turn around, grab this, and then get 40 off it or death.
Yeah, I think it's just a weird situation because how often does that happen?
Yeah,
I don't know.
but it's a again the thing of like you need to be reacting to more to what is actually kind of happening instead of like having a
Mm, turn around up to it. Yeah, I smashed. Oh, um, you would like wave dash like to center stage in S smash. I mean, okay, which direction do you S smash here? Hmm. If yeah, if they are trying to slide off, they're kind of fucked either way. Ugh. I don't know what I was going for. Just fucked it up, I guess. Yeah. Hmm. Like back is fine, like when you have the time for it. Like the easiest way. Uh, yeah, okay. I think normally I do probably a mixed, I don't know. I think that's what I do most of the time. If like I'm like if I need to do it quickly. I think that's what I normally do, whatever that was. I'm not really sure how I do it, I just do it, but that looks like it. I don't know. wave dash and then you buffer turn around and then you wave dash back. Yeah, like that. You can also do like you can wave dash and then like buffer. You can wave dash so you stop right on the edge and buffer a turnaround in the wave dash, which seems consistent if you do it with practice. Oh yeah, you're pretty good at it. Oh okay. It's kind of hard, but it looks really quick. Mm, I'm not sure what that is, but okay. I'd assume that's just a skill issue. I don't know, or maybe it's a weird polling thing. Yeah. Ooh, F4. No, escape normally. I just press escape. Mm, ugh. Ugh, that's a shitty thought. I felt like it was trying to combo and it just whiffed. Mm. Yeah, it looks like the jump was with like not any drift. Not a lot. Yeah. Okay. Ugh, yeah. I guess you would up air instead. Looks pretty good there. Ugh. Slowest up tilt ever. Huh? You good? I probably could have like forward aired instead and like upbeat afterwards. I was kind of. Okay. I probably just wanted to get him on the ledge or something. I don't know. Okay. That was a bit weird, but I don't know if she was actionable or not. Hmm. Probably could have grabbed that as well. It's okay, but like it's not a tipper and like I don't know. Mm. Would that have been another up air instead of that forward up throw instead of the forward throw? That one. Yeah, okay. Up throw forward air, I think. Or I guess up air if they go behind. Okay. Okay. You can hit fares up to I think 80 with DI and like 70 with no DI or something like that. I I missed the L cancel and I don't know. I guess I was trying to hit them out of the up B, but it was like way too late. But even then, I missed the L cancel and couldn't get anything afterwards because of that. I probably like try to like input an up tilt or something, and then because I missed the L cancel, it didn't come out, and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing now. uh, I guess. Yeah. Actually, I've seen a lot of the time when I hit like shield, like Bill will shield drop and hit me, and I'll CC it and just not get a punish off the CC. Mm, yeah. I probably should have died, but whatever. I mean, I kind of did, but I just like spaced it bad, or I think I forward aired when I could have like done like a early up air or an up tilt. Oh, mm, goofy ass down smash. I could have upbeat. I could have upbeat. Yeah, for sure. I like I did I did like a spot dodge and then I shielded and then I jumped. Like why? And Bill wasn't even like nearby, so it was kind of dumb. Mm, okay. Hmm. I think I have an issue with that where like I don't dash back out of like I won't like forward air or now and then dash back a lot. I'll do other shit. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Ah, super held in. Hmm. Right, you're saying like as soon as I sent Sheik off stage, I should have just gone straight to it. I don't know what Progress Smash is. Yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah. CC grab, no way. Ah, that's something I find weird. I get the SDI up on the up tilt. A lot of the time, I'm like, okay, what do I do now? I guess I should like double jump away. It kind of works out there, but a lot of time like I will like land with an aerial and then I just get grabbed again. Mm, right. What? Hmm. Yeah. I know. Uh, wait, what is that? Let me. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure you can like grab it not on parachute. I don't know what my source for that is, but I feel like you can. Yeah. It's- mm, okay. Hmm. Okay. Uh, mm, like I feel like that I'm getting hit. Like there, I feel like I will get back at no matter what I do. Even if I didn't. Um, can you play it like the last second? Yeah. Mm. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think at some point I stopped doing side Bs too early because you'd get a thing where like you could, if you side B too early, like you lose all your drift, right? So I'd wait until I'm drifting all the way in before I side B, but I guess in that situation in particular, it screws me over. I mean, as long as I can like still make it back after the side B, it's not really a problem. It kind of is, but not really. I mean, it's better than just getting back at. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. I think yeah, I think that. Mm, kind of like being on. It's kind of like being on the ledge in a weird way. Mm, yeah. Mm, but maybe the thinking is like, if I take center stage, they're more likely to go for like the dash attacks and like the options that screw me over, if that makes sense. Okay. Hmm. Uh, I probably should have like I don't know, stood beside me for a bit, like go low and I mean, okay, okay, right, I was so close. I know I die. Mm, yeah, I can already see like the bear's about to come out. Just the way that the way he jumps. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay. Mm. Oh, I hate that. I was so slow on it. I could have just like wave dashed through. Like I don't know why I'm walking. Ah, that should have been just going to ledge. I've already tunnel vision on like doing an early up B and I'm like I want to smash it and kill them, but like it doesn't happen a lot. Mm. Mm. Ugh. Uh, ah, mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. I think I did an up air, which was like not in the right place. Mm. Ah. Well, not a, yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah. That's really annoying because I'm like, I guess that's what you down air. thought my shield really shouldn't work. I should just shield it and just like grab or something. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm getting at. Like in that thing there with where I got tilted, like I shield, then I drop it and I get tilted. If I just hold shield there, I wouldn't have like I would have grabbed that tilt. Mm. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, that seems pretty dumb. Ah, ah, God, I don't know. Just timed around it, to be honest. That's probably been F smash, to be honest, would have been the. Okay, so you'd rather just hit her early, like when she does that, where she has to fall for a bit, you'd rather just hit her early than set up like an actual strong hit. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. That's another one. Did I wave dash that time? I still. Where did build up be from? That's probably a roll from ledge. I feel like. Uh, hmm. Mm. Uh, I don't know what. I don't know. I don't think that was like a big read. That was just a thing I'd just press a button. I don't know. It didn't send anywhere. Yeah, maybe. Mm. I find juggling so hard because, like, I don't know. There's so many opportunities to get out of it, and it's like just annoying. Yeah, they do that. It's not maybe like Sheik said like air dodge or wave land on the platforms. I feel like it's air dodge mainly. I have trouble with. Yeah, it's so because I feel like they can do like drifts where like you don't know like where they're trying to land. It's so annoying. Um, mm, mm, uh, yeah, I don't know if I do know. That's the thing. I don't know. I only know because I kind of have. I only like I never think about it though. Like I only know because Joe Fish said. I was like, huh? Does he? Yeah, maybe. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. I don't think. Ah, yeah. Were you having that conversation yesterday? Okay, I guess not. Breezy was saying some stuff about wave dash, about dash and wave dash down, and I was, yeah, I was like, I've never even considered it. Like, I've never thought about it. The thought never entered my mind. No, it makes sense. I read it. I read it and I was like, wow, you're so true. That's so true. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to like even try and implement it or anything yet. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You would down throw if it sends them off stage, but you wouldn't forward throw if it sends them off stage. Yeah. Mm, mm. I'm not really sure how it relates to slide offs, but okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. CC grabbing, like grabbing after CCing instead of like down tilting when it's like really not gonna tip her. Yeah. I get no, it's really bad. I get screwed over so much from like CCing and doing a down tilt that isn't. It's like really badly spaced. It screws me over. When I could just grab and it would be so much better. Yeah, yeah. I think. Hmm. Hmm. Or just grab. I don't know. If they're trying to CC you, you just grab. I guess the down tilt is meant to be safer. Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
If I do the same there, but onto her here, if she dash backs and get around it, most time you're not going to get punished for it. Unless they hard read you around it. Generally, going for aerials and stuff where they are to like tip her. So if you're going for tippers here and stuff like that, it means that if she dash back, she can't punish it. So that down tilt is it's covering you getting in while tippering at the same time, which keeps you like as safe as possible.
Mm, okay. So,
You
mm,
like like realizing more that whiffing stuff isn't too bad as long as you're threatening space in a good way. I
like you're
think
not
it's great
even
stuff.
trying to hit them, you're just trying to like stop them from stopping you getting in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can think of it that way. The way I think of it slightly different ways. I just think of it as I want to hit them here, but if I don't hit them, I'm safe. And then it has the
Okay.
added benefit of also hitting them if they try to come into me, or if they like don't try and escape.
Mm,
Um, I think your juggle was fine as well. I think juggle was your juggle is pretty good, but you just don't ever set up into it. That's the only thing
yeah.
that I notice.
Mm,
It happens a lot. That people have good combo games, but get they don't know how to like get the opening they want to get the combo, which is where the using more up throw comes into it. Is generally it's you'll do this, you'll start comboing Sheik for a lot more percent, and generally then you will be doing better into Sheiks because you won't get so out punished. Because you're not losing to Bill or neutral that much a lot of time. It's just kind of you're getting punished harder most of the time.
mm,
Bill's killing you off stuff a lot more than you are, even though you're probably winning neutral more times. So you have to kind of get punished to match that, or at least get punished to make it where winning neutral like one more time than him is the same as him winning neutral one less time than him, if that makes sense.
yeah. Okay. Hmm.
Uh, I think that's probably everything. I probably just all of this in like in terms of like importance, which I think um I think that's like the most important thing you should work on first. Actually no, no,
Hmm.
no. I think that's the second thing because I think the first thing is execution. Uh, Execution is the backbone of which everything is built off of in this game. Everything you try and learn um uh, will come from getting execution. A Anything you learn, you'll have to have the execution to be able to hit afterwards. So learning it now is always the better thing to do. So I think
Hmm.
practicing general execution, just get moving out of stuff faster, getting to ledge faster, uh, getting to ledge. I think all that is really really important. Is like the main thing you should work on. And then after that should be the
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. No, I'm good. I think I will try and honestly, you make it look pretty simple. Like just up throw more.
One of the
Instead
is
of flooding.
it's the matchup's very complicated, but a lot of the time, at least for the earlier parts of it, it's very simple. Where it's just
Yeah,
like
it's it's weird because I watch my VODs and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. And then you just like just up throw.
you don't like think about spacies. Think about how you do into um a spacey above you, and then how you do it to a spacey below you. You do you generally hit the same combos, right? You generally do the same amount of
Yeah, I
damage,
guess.
and that usually means that like you're getting the same reward of everything. Um, so if the player's worse than you, they're not going to be getting as many neutral openings, and they're losing in punish as well. So that means they're just going to lose against a better player, even if they're getting more openings than you. If your punish is better, you're probably going to win. But
Yeah.
and the same thing applies to Sheik. The thing is that just with Spacey, it's more people talk about it more, and you're told to grab more and told to do all the punish flowchart stuff, and
In
you get lots
Spaces,
more damage.
Spaces, I always feel like there's like a solid punish game, and then versus Sheik, I'm always just like, I don't know, like you up throw and you juggle a bit, and maybe you get lucky and get a good damage, or maybe they just like land and you screw up, and I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of true. Like it's super easy to combo with Spaceys. There's so much more potential and mix-ups you can do with them. But Sheik, you have a lot of mix-ups as well, but they're just different mix-ups you're not used to. But even then, you
Mm.
can, even if you don't kill them off it, if you up throw a Spacey and get 40 or 50 off it, generally you're not unhappy about it, are you? But if you drop it into Sheik, you're sad about it,
Yeah.
even when there's no difference.
Well, I mean, Spacey's just like, okay, they're at 50, now if I get another grab, you can kill them.
Uh,
Sheik is like, you get another grab, what do I do now?
well, they're
I
still
don't
at
know.
combo percent. So, say for example,
Yeah.
they're like the species are out of let's say for example, up throw air smash doesn't exist for a second. If you grab a species 50, you still just up throw and then you combo them again until they get to death percent, right? Do the same with Sheik.
Mm, yeah. I
It's
don't
weird to
know.
think about it, but can carry so hard because neutral can always vary depending on player to player, but punish can generally be very consistent,
Mm.
which is quite dumb. But it means that if you work on it, you can make up for bad neutral with punish, even if you're panicking. Yeah, that's part of the reason why Sheik kind of do really well into Mars, so that even if the Mars outplay them a lot of the time, Sheik just naturally has easy to punish that she just wins because of it. And it makes it feel so
Yeah.
much worse, even though like you're winning neutral 5 times as much as Sheik, but when Sheik's grabbing you, you die or you take much more percent and you feel way worse about it.
Yeah.